This is the eHealth Radio Network, your source for health advice on demand. And now your host, Eric Michaels.
Thanks for joining us once again here on the eHealth Radio Network. This is your host, Eric Michaels. eHealth Radio gives you the most current health information, news, and advice featuring some of the leading innovators in healthcare and wellness who are changing healthcare as we know it. For more eHealth Radio reports, we invite you to visit our main radio channel site at eHealthRadioNetwork.com. Today we're speaking with Mr. Martyn Cook, the CEO and co-founder of Noobru.com, a healthy cognition drink solution that has been taking the industry and world by storm. Athletes, parents, etc. have all jumped on the Noobru bandwagon to help keep them healthy. Plus, Martyn's company is also on a mission to fortify 1 billion meals by 2025, helping to tackle the 2 billion person worldwide malnutrition problem. And Mr. Cook, thanks for joining us here today on eHealth Radio.
Thanks for having me, Eric. I'm excited to be here.
And equally excited to have you out with us. Looking forward to hearing all the details on Noobru and what it offers. So how did you come up with this product and what's the science behind it? Let's start there.
Yeah, absolutely. So really this all started probably about 10 years ago, where I began to develop and acquire a love of life hacking and biohacking. That was really where it began. Looking for any kind of opportunity to get more output for the same input. It was just fantastic. So that really started quite simple with improving sleep. You know, such a simple thing, but massive health benefits. And then I started exploring into other fields, and I came across nootropics. And nootropics is a fantastic world. But for anybody who hasn't necessarily heard of them, it really refers to any kind of vitamin supplement, nutrient that has a positive benefit on the mind. So that could be memory, focus, endurance, motivation, recall, and a whole host of other benefits that are linked to the mind. And so, that was fantastic. And so I started exploring that more. I got my hands on various nootropics. I tried out different stacks, which is where you try out various different types of nootropics at the same time. It's called a stack. And I was getting them, from Amazon, places like that, nothing too fancy. But every day I was taking a handful of pills, right? A handful of pills, accepting whatever doses those pills came in, which often wasn't the best dose, accepting the fact that pills actually have a terrible absorption rate, with the absorption rate being at best about 50%, and really got tired of all of that and said, surely there's a better way. And so what happened was, I teamed up with a medical doctor and a couple of other nootropic experts and set out to come up with our own stack of safe nootropics that are effective, that have hundreds, if not thousands, of studies on each one of the ingredients. So clinical studies on each one of the ingredients demonstrating that it's worked, and it's worked for a long time, and that it's safe. And what we did, we went through a lot of different iterations before we landed on the stack of our hero product, which is called Advantage, which has 11 clinically studied ingredients in it, which all have great benefits individually, but they work together synergistically to get an effect that is way better than the individual parts.
What an inspiring and motivating way to kick things off here today. Really appreciate the details shared as well. Tell us, I'd be curious also, Martyn, what are the health benefits for someone taking Noobru daily?
Absolutely. Well, remember, so we formulated this specifically to target the brain, okay? So we figure that anybody with a brain and a mission, if the brain works a little bit better, they're more likely to achieve whatever it is they're looking to achieve, right? Whatever success means to them. So most of the benefits really do focus on the brain. As I said, the focus, the learning, the memory, the mood. But it's interesting that a lot of the studies have also demonstrated other benefits, such as performance. For example, some of the ingredients, for example, alpha-GPC, has been linked to muscle strength and muscle performance, which is a nice halo effect of the product. So some of the ingredients work right away, and since the way we formulated Noobru was a drink, so it's a powder that you mix with water, it tastes like strawberry lemonade. We chose a liquid form for this multivitamin nutrient because of the absorption rate thing that I said before. And with liquid, the absorption rates are close to 98%, studies have shown. And so some of the ingredients really do work straight away as they're absorbed in your mouth. And then others work more gradually over time, over days. And so with continued use, you build up the benefits. And so there's these short-term, medium-term, and long-term benefits of taking Noobru. And yeah, we absolutely encourage taking it every day, and I take it every day myself.
And of course, that certainly says a lot right there that you're taking the product on a daily basis. Good stuff. Now, what is the recommended daily dosage here?
Yeah, so absolutely. So what we actually recommend in terms of the daily dosage is 1 sachet per day. Now, you can take more than 1 sachet per day. It's actually got 3 different choline sources, and choline on its own is a fantastic nutrient for the brain, and often brain fog, fatigue around the brain, even if you're stacking with, say, stronger nootropics and things like that, choline is like the fuel for your brain. So you would be absolutely fine to take more than 1 per day, and there's nothing in there that will affect your sleep as well, which is really, really important to us. And a lot of supplements out there are just stuffed full of caffeine, so you feel it, but really it's just the caffeine. But what we actually recommend is that you cycle 2 days on, 1 day off, or 5 days on and 2 days off. And the reason being is it gives your body a chance to deplete the nutrient levels that you're taking on. If you're taking it every single day, in effect you're getting higher than the levels that you actually need, and so it's just a bit of a waste. And so by cycling it, you keep that benefit coming every day.
And certainly makes a lot of sense today. We're speaking with Mr. Martyn Cook, the CEO and co-founder of Noobru, a healthy cognition drink solution that has taken the industry and world by storm. He's joined us here today on eHealth Radio's Health News and Supplement channels, a part of the eHealth Radio Network. Now, Mr. Cook, tell us what types of people should be drinking this product.
Absolutely. So we do say both internally and externally that really anyone with a brain is a potential benefactor of Noobru, as the brain is just so vital in anything we try and achieve, or anything that we're looking to succeed in. But we did have to, of course, narrow it down so that we could really get our message across. And so we have 4 main areas that we talk to. First off, we've got people in the workplace. So if you're looking to achieve more in the workplace, and if that performance might be potentially linked to a pay rise or a promotion or some kind of great life benefit, then that's a fantastic area to boost your brain in. And then we have in sports and competitions. So sports is quite an easy one. That real difference, think of taking a putt in golf. The difference between that ball just looping around the lip of the hole compared to dropping in, it's millimeters. And really, that tiny little edge could be the difference between winning and losing. But outside of sports, we also have competitions such as poker, chess, gaming. All of those absolutely would benefit from nootropics. Then we have in study and exams. So we're talking to the people who are looking to retain information from their studies and be able to recall it during an exam and during the stressful atmosphere of an exam. And then we've got in later years, because it's a sad fact of life that as you do get older, there are age-related mental declines. And so we've got a lot of customers in north of, say, 60 years old who are actually taking nootropics just for things like holding on to their memories, being more present when they play with their grandchildren, and just generally feeling better and feeling how they felt in the best periods of their life. And so those are our 4 main categories. But once again, really anyone with a brain and a goal, if your brain works better, you're more likely to achieve that goal.
And once again, it certainly makes all the sense in the world. Good stuff. And thanks for that. Now tell us about your charity give back with every purchase.
Absolutely. So every single day we help our customers. Now, our product isn't super expensive, but it's also not super cheap either. And so we're helping, really, the people we're helping are the people that can afford our products, which is amazing. And we love getting the stories in from our customers of just how they've utilized Noobru in their life to achieve what they're looking to achieve. But we couldn't really stand by and create a divide, like a further gap, I guess, between our customers becoming more and more successful. And the 2 billion people on this planet that haven't even got that basic level of nutrition, they're the kind of people that diarrhea could be a life-threatening illness for. And so what we set out to do was to help those people that don't even have the basic levels of nutrition, right? So these are the malnourished people, the 2 billion people on the planet. And so what we did was we partnered with a charity that actually fortifies the food of these people in all of the villages and areas in the world where they need it most. And they add the essential nutrients to the flour and the rice that these people consume, so that they're getting in like the iron and the B vitamins and things like that, the things which are actually already in our food in the West. Like, you go into the supermarket, you pick up flour, you pick up cereal. It's not just flour or cereal. You'll see it's been fortified with iron and B vitamins and all of these things which we just take for granted. And so what we do is, for every single purchase, we nourish at least one child's meals for at least a year. And if it's a larger purchase, it's more than one child and it's for more than a year. And so our overall goal and mission is to fortify 1 billion meals by 2025. And we figure if we can do 1 billion of the 2 billion problem, and everybody else pulls together to do the other billion, then we might well be getting somewhere near actually solving this world problem that could allow people to who are currently suffering no longer need to worry about being malnourished, and actually maybe focus on studying and maybe one of these people, undistracted by malnutrition, may go on and cure cancer.
Mr. Cook, certainly can appreciate the vision here, inspiring and motivating, and can't thank you enough for joining us here today on eHealth Radio. Again, listeners, it is Noobru.com for more information. Mr. Cook, all the best, and thanks so much for joining us here today on eHealth Radio.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Eric, and thank you so much to your wonderful listeners.
And you're certainly more than welcome. We've been speaking with Mr. Martyn Cook, the CEO and co-founder of Noobru.com, a healthy cognition drink solution that has taken the industry and world by storm. And for all the details, simply visit Noobru.com. And of course, this link will be added within the show notes of this broadcast to further help. And again, this has been your host, Eric Michaels, and we do thank you for your continued support of the eHealth Radio Network. Join us again soon for another episode that will help further expand your knowledge on those things that are important to your health and wellness. For more eHealth Radio reports, we invite you to visit our main radio channel site at eHealthRadioNetwork.com. And as always, we do thank you for tuning in.
Thanks for tuning in to the eHealth Radio Network. For more information or to subscribe to this podcast, visit eHealthRadioNetwork.com.